Well. Hey, we're here. The non-dirty viewers of the show are here and ready to entertain you. The filthmonger of the show, we're still waiting. He's so dirty. He can't even join the rest of us yet.
So dirty.
I just want to bring that up. So dirty, he can't even click into the show. I don't know where he is. He's so dirty, he can't even hit the button to join us. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's Steve, everyone. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
It's wonderful to see you. We are here. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you? What's going on, people? And what's going on, Steve?
Nothing.
So there's nothing happening in your world.
No.
Sorry to hear that. Oh, well. All right, let's go home.
Okay.
All right.
I'm already home.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Obviously.
All right.
Yeah, obviously there's nothing. Steve goes, okay, well, all right. There's obviously nothing to talking about. Nothing going on. Must mean the show's over.
Good show, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ate a banana.
Amazing. Well, good for you. It's more than me. All I've got is
That's all that's going on.
all I have is water. It is Veterans Day. So let's salute our. If you know any heroes, say hi to them and thanks to them and all that stuff. Let's take a second to salute our heroes on Veterans Day. I put a picture of my grandfather who fought in World War II.
The greatest generation.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Yeah, he's just a great guy. He was truly a great guy. Yeah. They make people a lot more different now than they did back then, I'll tell you that. Yeah, he was on a ship. And then he fought against the Japanese in the Pacific.
Oh,
How about that? Yeah.
that was some hairy stuff.
Yeah. He killed a bunch of he didn't like talking about it. Killed a bunch of enemy. You know.
Now, nobody likes talking about it.
Yeah. Oh well. If I'd have been in the service, I'd have killed a bunch. If I would have been there.
Friendly fire accident.
No, it wouldn't have been friendly fire. Thank you very much. It would have been.
What did you have going on when you were old enough to be in the service? Come on.
Well, there wasn't. I'm saying if there was a war, when if I would have been in the service rather than not, I think I would have killed lots of enemy. I would have killed a bunch. You know what I mean? I would have taken a bunch out. I'll tell you that. I would not have been sitting on my hands, you know, letting others do the killing. I would have been right there taking care of business. I wouldn't have been like Steve. If Steve would have gone to the service, oh my God, I can't even imagine. If Steve would have gone to the service, he'd be sleeping like they'd call us for a mission that day, and everybody'd be like, "Where's Private Steve?" Oh, he's still in the barracks. He's still sleeping. They go,
You'll
there'd
be
be
held
Steve.
reliable.
Yeah, there'd be Steve. The rest of us having to fight, and then there's Steve sleeping. You'd find him, you'd find him dead asleep in the barracks. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Steve.
Oh, Foon.
Yeah, my brother went. My brother was in the Gulf. What did they call that?
Persian
Desert
Gulf.
In 1990.
Desert Storm.
Yeah, he was in Desert Storm. They had no kills. Well, not enemy kills. But my brother did have a
Friendly fire.
there was an incident that my brother got in trouble for.
Going
an
AWOL.
incident. No, he was a mechanic, okay?
Clogged the toilet.
No, he was a mechanic. And they were working on, I guess they were Hummers. All right.
Okay, was he working on the Hummers
they
or giving the
just-
Hummers?
Yeah, he was a mechanic, right? And he talks about this. He's like, yeah. So the training he had was on Hummers, all right? Because when he came back, he wanted to get normal mechanic jobs, but all he worked on were fucking Hummers, and he was like, nobody drives Hummers.
All right.
So, no one wants to hire me because, he goes, if they had driven regular cars, it would have been a lot better for me. So, anyway.
So you're saying your brother is highly specialized in Hummers.
Yeah, there was one time they had to go get they had to pick up, or they had to get a vehicle or something, and it had required them. They were staying in Darfur or whatever, but
Okay.
because you couldn't go into Iraq, or you weren't supposed to go into Iraq, but there was they had to go get a Hummer. They had to go drive a vehicle they had worked on into somewhere near Iraq to go pick up another one that had died or something. And they had driven into Iraq, even though they weren't supposed to be there. They had gotten lost while going to get the vehicle. And
Hopefully your brother's map reading abilities have gotten better between then and now.
well, all I know is that I'm trying to remember the gist of the story, but because it is, I mean, literally, it's 30 some odd years ago. But they go and they realize, they're like, shit, we're in Iraq. Like, we got to get back. And so they thought they were heading back, but they were heading deeper into Iraq. Right? And they see this vehicle and they're like, oh shit. And they realize, we're in the desert. We've got to get out of here. And then there's some kind of vehicle heading our way. And so he said it was really hairy and really scary. And they had I forgot what kind of, they had some weapon. The guy he was with. So they get out of their Hummer and they set up and aim this thing at the vehicle that's, that's coming toward them, and I don't know if they shot and missed or they blew. Something happened, okay, but then it ended up the guys or the vehicle that was in front of them, it stopped, and guys got out of it, and they were like, "Shit." Like, this is not good. So they thought for sure, like, here comes, because, you know, at the time you were not supposed to engage. I mean, when Desert Storm was going on, you were not supposed to engage with any, with the Iraqis. Even though we were at war with them, thanks, Steve. Even though we were at war with them, they didn't want anyone, fighting them directly.
Well, there was rules of engagement.
Yeah, like you weren't supposed to. I don't understand all of it, but I know if it was me, I'd have just killed them. I'd have just walked over there and just kicked all their asses. That's just me, But I know he was following the rules, and you were supposed to. There are rules of engagement, and I guess they couldn't just go and kill the Iraqis, whatever. So they're out of their. They were out of their truck.
The cruiser weapon set up that they already used to disable a vehicle.
Yeah. Or maybe they were disabled. I don't know, but somebody was,
And now we have a disability joke about your brother.
No, I'm saying that he and the guy that he's with, they get out of the vehicle. They're behind like a sand dune, and these guys get out of the vehicle that was in front of them and start heading toward them. And so they point the weapons at them, and they start screaming. And they didn't know, Iraqi. They didn't know the language, which I think is I don't know what language is what, but they certainly didn't know
Arabic.
And so they're screaming. They're screaming to the guys, stand down, stand down. And the guys keep coming toward them. And so the guy that he's with, like, actually opened up, like, actually was firing above their heads and stuff. And then the guys walking toward them, start freaking out because they're firing. There's not supposed to be any firing, And so my brother says, "Where are you from?" And it's really, it's smoky, and it's a really tough situation, And so he asked, "Where are you from?" And the guys they were shooting at go, "Boston." From Boston, Massachusetts, United States. Yeah, it turned out that they destroyed. And my brother was in the army, and I can't remember where these guys were from, but they actually destroyed wherever these guys were from. And they had to basically take them back. The guys that they were shooting at had to take them back to the base in Darfur because they disabled their vehicle or something, or however it worked, or my brother and his buddy had to take that. I can't remember how it went down, but all I know is he got in a lot of trouble for it. But he wasn't the one who shot. The guy he was with is the one that shot at them. But they were actually they're doing some kind of spy work or something. I don't know if they were CIA or what I don't know if they were CIA or what they were, but they were there doing recon. Getting information. And the thing they blew
Might
up.
have been Marine Corps Force Recon.
The thing they blew up was filled with the information. The vehicle that they blew up, you know what I mean?
Way to go, Boone.
The vehicle that they blew up had all the information in it. Yeah. So they got in a lot of trouble. I mean, they got in a lot of trouble. And I don't know if that's why my brother was discharged. But it was an honorable discharge, but I don't know how that went down, but it did have something to do with them, getting into engagement with fellow Americans on Iraqi soil. So there you go.
Way to go, Boone.
here's my Veterans Day story.
I heard Steve's ready
I'm just saying if it was me.
I heard Steve's ready to receive some friendly fire with his pegging.
Listen, Steve and I are close to the same age. We would have been in the service at the same time. Steve and I would have been there, and we'd have been
You guys,
we'd have been like, look at these other pussies sleeping in. Steve and I would have gotten up early at like 4 and said, fuck it, let's go. We'll get into Iraq and out before the rest of these pussies are even awake. We'd have taken a couple of machine guns with us. Gone into Iraq. Found out where the Iraqis were sleeping.
and then killed them all with Steve's dirty foot.
Yeah, Steve and I would have snuck in while they were sleeping. Taking them all out. We would have taken them all out before even breakfast time. And then we would have stolen their breakfast just to be pricks. You know, the ones that survived.
Because killing them's just not enough.
Yeah. Well, you want to steal the breakfast of the survivors. You know. And then we'd have jogged back to the base, you know. I'm just saying that's how we would have done it. So, you know. Service missed out on us, Steve.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They shouldn't have told Steve no, you know.
Steve's a walking biological weapon.
No, he tried to get into the service, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah, in high school, yeah.
And they said what?
They said, no, son, we don't feel you can physically meet the physical requirements.
They said you were too fat to be a soldier.
Basically, yeah.
How wrong they were.
No, they said he had too much pus.
They never checked him for pus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would have said he had too much.
Yeah, so they were, you know, because they were anti-fat. But that's right. Steve and I would have showed him.
Good.
We'd have gone over there and killed a whole, an entire, I don't even know what they call it. where would they call where the Iraqis sleep?
Gaggle.
We would have gone into the, barracks, the Iraqi barracks, and taken them all out before it was even morning.
Yeah. Good.
We would have taken care of business. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Irene
They
says,
don't mess around.
I almost want to see that.
Steve could be Lieutenant Dan if he loses more of his feet. Yeah. She's not wrong. Yeah, there you go. That's right, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
I would almost pay to see you and Steve performing a covert op.
Yeah, we'd have been good.
I really would.
Well, you know who'd be in charge. I mean, I would be in charge.
Are you sure?
Yeah, and I would give orders. I would give orders to Steve.
I know how the Army makes decisions. I don't know. They might have put Steve in charge of you.
No. I don't. I think they would have probably,
I think they would have put Steve in charge of you, and you would have became a conscientious objector at that point.
There's no. See, this is why. That's why I couldn't be in the service. No, I don't want to go in the service and be under someone else. No,
Oh, I'm definitely the bottom.
yeah. I would want to be in charge, or I would not want to be there. I'm just saying. But Steve and we would have made a plan. To go there and
God, this is getting even deeper.
we'd have been like, let's end this war. Let's end this stupid war. Well, we would have walked back we would have chopped off a bunch of heads and walked them back to President Bush and given them to him and said, let's end this stupid war. Right, Steve?
You bet.
Yeah. That's what we'd have done. War would have been a lot quicker. Yeah, and doing this with Steve's a lot better than when I did it with Jimmy. When I would do this with Jimmy, this bit,
Yeah.
it always led to Jim breaking. I'm trying to remember this bit. Did anybody listen to the old Morning Disaster?
Something wound up with Jim getting raped by the enemy to survive.
Yeah.
Or it always ended up with somehow we would figure out that the enemy was hiding in schools or hospitals.
And Jim would go take out the whole school or hospital.
Right.
Yes. Jimmy would end up taking out a school or a hospital. Yeah.
Or an old folk home.
Yeah, that's how we would, that's how we would end that bit. I like Steve. Steve's more like, nope, I'll cut those heads off. I'll carry them by their hair to President Bush. Listen, I mean, now that's how we're doing it. We're walking decapitated heads over to Washington, D.C.
It used to be ears.
Now Steve and I would have the whole head just so they could make sure. We would take care of them. That's how we would do it. Right, Steve?
You betcha.
No messing around.
Nope.
And then when we walk back to the base, they'd be so impressed they'd make me a general.
And then Steve would blow up the chow hall.
They would say, well, we were wrong. We were wrong keeping you a private. We should have made you a general. And so they'd put me in charge of something,
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah, right? And then I'd say, well, I'll only accept your general. I'll only accept being a general if I can have Steve under me.
Oh.
Well, if you're a general, he's going to be under you no matter what.
Well, I'd say I want Steve in my platoon.
Well, he'd probably be operating.
That's who I want as my second in command. Who's the second?
I'm definitely the bottom.
Who's second in command? Mine, general. I would say.
That would generally be the executive office.
Well, I'd say I want Steve as my executive officer. They would say, okay, Steve, there you go. You're second in command. Yep.
Only if he gives you good fellatio, right?
Well, Nobody could chop off a head like Steve. I'll tell you. If I remember our years in Desert Storm, nobody chopped off a head like Steve.
So
Yeah.
Steve was good at giving head, huh?
Yeah, no taking head.
Oh, he was good at taking head, huh?
He would crawl on his stomach miles if he had to. Miles he would crawl, and he'd get into the barracks.
Just to take some head.
He'd get into the barracks with his pocket knife.
Yep.
And he can just chop the heads right off. It was awesome.
Pocket knife, boy, he was hitting the wrong head then.
Well, whatever. That's how we would have done it. General Schwarzkopf would have been really impressed with us. He'd have said, "Shit, who are these men that while everyone else was sleeping, who are these men that decided to go into Iraq, break the rules of engagement, and take out 30 Iraqi soldiers and bring their heads back as trophies for President Bush?" They said, "It's these two, sir. Private Lytle and Private Steve." And he just said, not private any longer. Not private any longer. You are a general." And he'd have pinned a medal on me, let me know I'm a general. And then he would have looked at Steve and said, "Good job, son. You're still a private, but good job." And then I'd have said, No. I want Steve to get some kind of something. I want him to be under me. And they'd say, "Okay." That's how the war would get started. So, yeah. So that's how we'd have ended Desert Storm a lot easier. You know.
Ray, is there something you want to admit? Because you keep saying that you want Steve under you.
No kidding.
I'm just saying that I would want Steve to be treated good. I mean, you know, because he broke into Iraq with me and killed all those people.
So you would want Steve under you being treated good?
No, I would want Steve.
Okay.
I would want Steve to be. I want Steve to be promoted. Just not as high. Just not as high up as me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely the bottom.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah.
Private Lytle, Private Shit Stain.
Yeah. He would be Private Shit Stain. The Adventures of Private Shit Stain. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe there was a hospital next to the barracks that Steve and I broke into to kill those people. Maybe there was a hospital. And we realized, oh shit, you know what? The enemy's hiding in the hospital.
So Steve broke into the hospital and stole all the morphine.
Well, I told Steve, I'm like, there might be some Iraqis in there hiding because they know we're not going to bomb. They know we're not going to bomb a hospital. So Steve would go into the hospital and
Yeah, I'm good at that.
just behead a bunch of people. You know, he could behead a bunch of people and then bring out the heads.
So you're saying he'd be taking head all the way through the hospital?
Who knows? Yeah.
Ha.
And who knows what those Iraqi soldiers could be dressed as? You know,
Exactly.
he'd take them all out.
He'd wind up with Sandy.
Yeah. We would have been, all I know is that we would have been given a hero's welcome.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, well. But that's all right. They decided Steve was too fat to get in.
What a
And had
loser.
too much fun.
Their loss, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, happy Veterans Day, Steve. Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Colonel Shitstain.
Huh.
They're sad. They're sad now they treated you this way.
Yeah.
They know that they let a good soldier slip away. Oh well. But it is Veterans Day today, so happy Veterans Day. And thank you to everyone who served. Thank you, TJ. Who else
Thank
in
you
our
guys
chat?
for making it home.
Who else in our chat room was a veteran? Dan, Psycho Dan. I know Psycho Dan was in the
Okay.
service.
Yep, Psycho served. Your brother Foon.
My brother Foon, very good serviceman.
Tyler did.
Tyler was in. What branch?
Tyler
Okay.
didn't serve. He was National Guard.
Oh, Christina said Chad was in. Happy Veterans Day, Chad.
Yeah.
I bet Chad's got some kills under his. Yeah.
Steve's pus.
Chad's like me and Steve. He's got some kills under his belt. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you all. Thank you all. I'm glad all you guys have served and listened and did what you're supposed to. Not like Steve and I. We would have just. We don't need to listen. Our ideas were better than theirs. We would have bucked the system just to speed up the war. I mean, that war would have been over. That war would have been over a lot sooner if we'd have done it, Steve.
Yep.
But oh well.
I really did love it when I was stationed over in Europe. I had a blast there.
What war was in Europe?
Well, while I was over there, I went to Kosovo twice.
That's right. Kosovo was going on.
That was when Kosovo was going on.
Oh, see, they should have had Steve and I over at Kosovo.
Yeah, okay.
Shit.
I'll tell you what, we had a rush actually coming up to the post. This is one I'll talk about because it's actually kind of funny. And, you know, we were about to be attacked. So to get all of us in the mood to be able to kind of handle it, they started playing music over the loudspeakers inside of the cantonment.
Yeah.
And they started playing Hell's Bells by AC/DC. And we literally watched every one of them turn around and run the fuck away.
Yeah, man. Steve
We're
and
all
I.
up there, yeah.
Steve and I would have brought guitars with us. And we'd have climbed on top of the Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall was down by the time I got there.
We would have crawled on top of it with our guitars and played Hell's Bells live. And scared them. And then we'd have waited for them to come out and start going, yeah. And then Steve would have shot him. His guitar actually would have been a gun made up to look like a guitar. And so when those people from Kosovo came out going, yeah, Steve would have just, you know, taken them all out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we'd have done, man.
Totally covert.
Yeah. It was a covert operation, but it's how we took out all the.
There's nothing covert about Steve. Nothing.
When we were.
His smell would have given away your position.
No. When we were in Kosovo, they had a lot of the Kosovo army was killing a bunch of us. And they needed to find a way to get to them. Here was
Steve would have shot him all with his puff gun.
no. Here was my plan. I said, you know what we need to do? We need one of us to cross-dress and look like a sexy woman, and offer up I'm offering you my ass.
Well, there you go.
We could offer up our ass as tribute. So Steve,
Kind of like Colonel Burgess
Yeah, yeah. But we would dress as we would dress.
Hillbilly, Colonel Hillbilly Cornholis for Jet.
Yeah. So we would
Now
dress.
I remember.
We would dress like hot Kosovo women. You know what I mean? And we would go in at night.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he might actually be an improvement on them.
And then we'd be like, hey, you sexy guys, look at us. We're hot Kosovo women. And they'd be like, oh, look at those hot women. And then we'd bat our
I'd like to take one of those
eyelashes.
ding dongs and put it in my
Yeah.
mouth.
Oh, one looked
We-
like a camel.
We'd bat our eyelashes, you know, let them know we're interested. And Steve would lift up his mini skirt, show his bare ass, you know, they'd be all excited. And they'd want to come have sex with us. And then
My butt.
And then you would run away and
no, they'd throw Steve down and start taking care of business.
having their way with him.
Oh, I'm definitely the bottom.
Yeah. They'd start having their way with him. But they'd have to take off they would unzip, you know what I mean, and pull their pants down.
And then they'd have to take off all of their weapons too.
Yeah,
So
they take off their weapons.
Proper.
And so while they took out their weapons, I would climb around behind them and grab the weapons. And Steve would
When it was all said and done, they found Steve laying on the ground going, more.
Steve would be bent over taking the enemy. He would be bent over taking the enemy, but I would sneak up behind him. You know, and to take him out.
Steve would receive a Purple Heart for anal trauma.
Yeah. He would have gotten the Purple Anus Award. Yeah.
For doing the anus above and beyond the call.
I'm saying, you could go ahead and laugh about it all the time. But we would have been great soldiers. We really would have been heroes. We would have been heroes. Yeah. That's how the Kosovo War would have ended. Unlike when TJ was there.
Oh, so I guess you're going to say something about when I was in Afghanistan and Iraq too now?
Afghanistan, shit. Afghanistan, shit. Steve and I would have taken out so many Taliban. Fuck.
Yeah,
It would-
okay.
I'm serious.
For what, dinner? Dinner and a movie?
We'd have chopped off heads, buddy. We'd have chopped off heads.
The only thing
Right,
Steve
Steve?
could kill is a cake.
You bet.
Yeah. We would have brought all kinds of Taliban heads back.
Yeah.
Plopped them right back. Plopped them right on the desk. of President G.W. Bush. Yeah, we'd have plopped them right there. How many years was Afghanistan after Desert
Flopped
Storm?
them like a turd. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, let's see. Twin Towers was 9/11, 2001. So that's been over 20 years now. We deployed for the first wave going in December.
Yeah. That's when Steve and I would have went in December. We would have went in there and taken care of business. I'm just saying. Just saying. Happy Veterans Day, and thank you to all our, and thanks to all the soldiers over there doing their best. But I'm just saying that some of the best soldiers were not chosen by our army.
Ray's actual job in the service would have been somebody like Adrian Cronauer.
I would have been. I think they would have promoted me immediately to colonel, and put me in charge of a bunch of people. Yeah.
Probably.
Squint says he has a son that's in Poland now. He's a sergeant, and he says the beer is strong beer. Look at that. Way to go. We wouldn't have time for drinking, though. Steve and I'd be doing too much killing to find time for drinking. Yeah, man.
Ray, I see you doing something like Cronauer did. Boosted troop morale from a radio station.
Good morning, Afghanistan.
No. I'd have been right there killing. I'd be killing enemies. What I'd be doing. Yeah. I'd be in charge of planning svelte
Armed
missions.
Forces Radio.
No, I would not be in charge of radio, please. Like some kind of less than. No, they would put me in charge of. They would put me in charge of planning svelte missions, secret missions to kill enemies. That's what I'd have done. I'd be like Tom Cruise. We'd be like the Mission Impossible version of whatever was going on. That's what we'd be doing. Just saying.
Well, in 0203, where we were at, we did have internet access. And it took a while to do it, but we were able in the evenings to log in and listen to Morning Disaster, and we did quite a bit.
Yeah. So you're saying while the war was going on, you were listening to the Morning Disaster?
Yeah, I introduced.
I actually found a picture of Steve in the army.
That's when Steve. That's when Steve and I were in the military. Yeah, that's when we took out all the Iraqis.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be visible.
Yeah. He blended right in.
Do that.
Yeah. And those Kosovo soldiers, they like big gals. So
why Steve would have been promoted after being in service.
Yep. So you're saying they listened to the Morning Disaster during
We were, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you guys are in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan and Iraq. We did. It was something that we could listen to, that we could get a touch of home, and it'd take our minds off of what we were actually dealing with there.
Did they get my secret?
Yeah.
Did they get my secret codes I was sending? I would send over secret code.
No, we were kiboshing that.
I was sending over secret code about how they should go kill the enemy while they were sleeping and so on and so forth.
For Jim and his confession.
Yeah. That's what we'd have done. Taken care of. You know. Just saying.
The one everybody got a kick out of, everybody loved it, was Hitchhiker Jim.
I'll tell you, I come from a family, but my grandfather was in World War II. My father and uncle were in Vietnam. Before my grandfather, there were people. My brother was in Desert Storm, and then I've got nephews now that are, that are in the service, during this whole, mess that's going on. Of course, there's no war going on now, but
Cessation of hostilities.
Yeah, my father-in-law was in the service.
Let's see. My grandpa was World War II. My dad was Vietnam. My brother was in the Navy 4 years. He joined the Navy 4 years after I went in the Army. My brother was in submarines. God, can you imagine that?
No, I'd hate to be in a submarine.
Getting on a boat that purposely sinks.
No, I would hate it. And I had, my nephew was in a submarine. I don't know how they do that, but yeah.
You know what he tells me? Because I was airborne. I jumped out of airplane. And he kept telling me all the time. He's like, well, there's more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
Very true.
What does that mean? What do you mean? Very true, Steve.
There are more airplanes in the ocean than there are submarines in the sky.
Uh,
And I said, yeah, but I still trust my parachute over the Air Force.
Look at that. I'd have been a pilot.
You would have been a pilot. Oh, this
Yeah.
is getting better now. Oh my God, you would have been a pilot.
Yeah, I would have been a pilot. I'd be flying planes.
Now, what kind of planes, for hell, would you have been flying?
The ones that let you shoot out of ones that let you shoot.
Wow,
So-
that narrows it down. Military aircraft all have.
I've been flying a war jet. What you know, one that would let me shoot. You know. Like
Would you have been flying for the Air Force or the Navy?
I'd be flying on my own. I don't know which one. Whichever one engaged the most. That's what I'd be flying for. Yep. I'd be like, back out, Jack.
So would you be getting launched
taking
off
this
of an
plane.
aircraft carrier?
I'm taking this plane into Iraq. Back off, Jack. I'm going to Iraq. Jack.
So instead of Mission Impossible, now you'd be Maverick.
Hey, whatever it takes.
You'd be all Top Gun-ish.
Yeah, I would be. Highway to the danger zone. Yep.
So then when you wound up in a spin and you had to punch out, Steve died.
No, Steve would be very much alive. I'd
Oh.
eject him. I would eject him when we'd be flying over an area, and he'd parachute down and take a bunch of people out, and I'd swing by and pick him up later.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just that easy.
Yeah.
God.
That's how we would do it.
The absolute absurdity of all of this is amazing.
I'm just saying that's how we would do it. I would fly into the war zone. All
Then
right.
you'd eject Steve.
And then first I'd shoot a bunch of stuff up, you know.
Then you'd eject Steve while he's dressed in drag.
Well, I would have Steve go down to the I'd have him go down to the area of the plane where where he could fire his own gun. And then we'd fire on an area. And then I'd fly over the top of it and hit the eject button, and Steve would eject out of the plane. And then he'd open up his parachute and he'd float down, behead some soldiers, you know. Well, I kept flying around taking people out. And then after he was done with his beheadings, I would pick him up.
I say when Steve was hanging from the parachute, he was probably dropping biological warfare on the enemy
no kidding.
all the way down.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He is private shit saying after all. You know there's going to be something dropping on the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you what.
Disgusting.
I'm telling you. We'd have been good soldiers, Steve.
Yeah.
We would have been. Put your mic down where I can hear you better.
Ooh.
You.
Oh, you're going to make him make noise now?
Oh, I'm not touching it. Now you can hear me.
No, I just want him to. I want him to just be quiet. I mean, you know,
I am being quiet.
he should. No, I want you to talk is fine, but I want you to watch the. You know.
Looks like he's
Every
getting
day.
very. It looks like he's getting very angry at how much his ass is getting offered up in a combat zone.
Well,
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, I'm definitely the bottom.
yeah. All I know is that you guys are jealous, knowing that Steve and I would be such good soldiers.
Oh,
Right, Colonel Steve?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'd have kicked ass.
oh, good God.
Yeah, we'd have been good soldiers, man.
You bet. No.
General
Sorry,
Ray,
son.
and Colonel Steve. We'd fly in. Steve would jump out of the plane.
Lots of fantasy today.
Yeah, I would go by and pick him up, and then we'd fly back to the. We'd fly back to the ship. You know, party at night. We would kick some ass and dance. You know, do some dancing. You know,
With each other?
no, with the women,
Yeah.
with the hot women like Demi Moore.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that movie she was in where she was a badass soldier.
G.I. Jane.
Yeah, showed her a good time. Yeah,
Just put your penis in the hole.
yeah, we'd had a good time. Oh well, their loss.
God.
They should have picked us.
Say you didn't even try.
We'd have been great soldiers. Thank you, Brent. Brent says he's currently writing a letter to try to get us the Medal of Honor. Thank you.
Cool.
I mean, thank you. It's not something I am. It is not something I am petitioning for, but if given the Medal of Honor, I would accept.
See, I thought for sure you would have been in the Navy because of the fact
I
that
love semen.
Right?
Well, I'd have been in whatever one would let me fly. You know.
well, the Navy has
Yeah,
airplanes
that's
too.
what I mean. Yeah, I'd probably be in the
that's what
Navy.
Top Gun was about.
I would probably be in the Navy. Absolutely. In the Navy, where you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy.
You can get down on your knees.
In the Navy.
You can blow your fellow man.
In the Navy. In the Navy. Yeah, Steve and I would have taken out hundreds. We'd have been responsible for hundreds of kills against our enemies.
And thousands against allies.
Maybe thousands of kills. Yeah, thousands of kills.
Against allies.
No, we would never have zero friendly fire incidences.
Sure.
No. Zero friendly fire. It would all be enemy kills.
Oh, so that
Oh,
would be the
yeah.
punt attack.
Yeah, we would kick ass. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. That's how it works. That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes, brother. Kicking ass.
Yeah.
Well, Steve would have been giving ass.
Nope.
He'd do whatever it takes. He'd do whatever it took. We don't hold back. We don't hold back. We would just do whatever it takes.
Just like his hero, Hillbilly Cornholis Burgess.
Yeah. Would give his ass to would
Help
use
his fellow man.
his ass to lure in the enemy.
Use his ass for good.
Yeah. I'm offering you my ass. And then we take him out. And eventually
Because
we
he
take
would've
them all.
worn them
We would
out
take
first.
them all out. That's how we would have won many wars.
Did Steve have a relative that served around the Civil War time frame?
Did you have a relative that
Possibly.
we once did this or we got involved with, like they have those things that look at your past or whatever the hell those things are
Oh
called.
yeah.
Ancestry.com.
Yeah. And I remember we were looking at our backgrounds.
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And I have, my family comes from one part of my family is from Mexico. Okay. And another part of my family is literally the Lytles have been in the United States since like the 1600s or something, or 16 or 1700s. So we've been here a long time. But then the other part of my family literally has only been here for less than, has only been here for less than 100 years.
So isn't your daughter third generation now?
My daughter is third generation. Yeah, I'm only a second generation.
Right. Because
and some people are bothered by that.
on my dad's side of the family, I'm only third generation.
But here's the thing. That's just the Mexican side. But the other side of me has been, like I said, we've been in this country since we have fought in every war. The Lytles have fought in every war that the United States has ever had. There has been a Lytle fighting for the United States. So we checked the backgrounds, right, of my family and my wife's family, and
Oh God.
I could say that my wife has also had members of her family in every war that the United States has fought in. In fact, we went to that war in the 1800s.
The War of 1812,
No,
Spanish-American War,
no,
Civil War.
yeah.
Oh boy.
And when we found how there were Lytle members fighting for the North, fighting for the Union.
Hmm.
However, when researching my wife's family past, we found out that they were in fact in that war. However, they weren't exactly fighting for the North during that war.
That was the Confederacy then.
And my wife's like me, by the way. Part of her family, has been in this country for a long time. I think her family got here in the 1700s, And then the other part of her family's from Mexico, Literally, my wife and I are both second generation, on one side of our family. And then the other side of the family, we've been here a long time. But I do remember how it felt when we found out that the Lytles fought for the North. And her family fought for the losing side in that war. I do remember how I could hold that over her head.
Action.
I remember how I could hold that over her head.
I remember the story of your daughter's reaction to it.
Yeah. It was great. Oh, well.
She was appalled.
Yep.
Now, did you have relatives fighting in the Spanish-American War?
I don't remember.
That was the
It
that
wasn't
was Mexico uprising.
It wasn't a long war, so.
But that was the one, Mexico uprising, Santa Anna.
Oh no. There may have been a padron or pedraza that may have been at the Alamo, but we won't discuss that.
Steve,
We-
by
we-
the way, you need to return Santa Anna's leg back to the museum.
We won't discuss that. So, yeah, there you go. Well, Lytles have been on the good side of every war. So, proud to say. And thank you to all of them. Kicking ass. But I'm saying this country missed there's a stretch where they could have had Steve and I. They could have had me and Steve fighting for the good side. And they missed their chance. They missed their chance, right, Steve?
Yep. Sure
Right.
did.
Telling Steve he was too fat, laughing him out of the.
Which is why he skinny shames now.
Yeah.
No.
Oh well.
Just doing it the other day.
By the way, my wife and daughter have left for Chicago.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
Must have just been in the last few minutes because we saw your wife in the background earlier.
Man, they've left within the last half hour.
Yeah.
No,
Did they
my
get
wife
back?
my wife brought me in some eggs right before she left. So it's been a while ago.
How long do we have to be on Lytle patrol to make sure you're okay?
Well, and then she said, then my wife was talking to me this morning. I'm, up trying to get the show done, right? I'm trying to get down here to do the show, and she bugs me about something.
Don't let Steve in the house while she's
No,
gone.
she bugs me.
Oh.
Says I'm gonna get hold of Christina, and I was like, I was listening, but but I was busy. And then she's like, "Don't you roll your eyes?" And I'm like, I don't know where she determined I rolled my eyes. I didn't roll my eyes. I literally was sitting in my wheelchair. I got out of the bedroom and I sat down in the wheelchair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then she says something about she's going to contact Christina. She wants to make sure that, something about lunch. And I go, whatever. I said, whatever is fine. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be picky. And then she accused me of rolling my eyes. I wasn't rolling my eyes. I was, simply sitting in my my chair.
So she's trying to make sure that you have plenty of food and water while she's gone.
Yeah, no, she was trying to pick a fight with me before she left is what it was. Trying to pick a goddamn fight with me. Accusing me of rolling my eyes like I have, like I would roll my eyes. Oh, I know what it was. She said she said, should I ask Christina to get you and I was like, whatever she wants me to get me for lunch is fine. You know what I mean? That was my, I'm not going to be fucking picky. You know what I mean? Someone going out of their way to help me, I'm not going to be picky. And I got stuff going on. Like, for example, I haven't pooped in I didn't poop last
No.
I didn't poop last night, Steve.
Uh-oh.
Thank God.
So now I'm wondering.
He wants you back in pain, Ray. You hear this?
Well, but now I'm wondering. You know what I mean? I don't
Maybe
want.
it's finally over.
Well, I'm just maybe, but it was flowing out of me. The poop soup was flowing out of me,
I know.
and then there's nothing.
That's.
I mean,
Now you
that's-
have to build up again.
Yeah, there's nothing in there, and there was no poop. You know.
Clean the walls smooth.
Yeah.
He's
So
angry. He's not getting pictures anymore.
I'd like, I'm wondering why there's nothing in there or why it's not coming out. You know what I mean? So, and my fear is, oh my God, here comes the constipation again. And I'm afraid of that. So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about what type of sandwich Christina should get me. Whatever Christina wants to get me is fine. I'm not going to be picky. I certainly am not rolling my eyes.
Well, I'm bringing
And-
you by something on Saturday.
And this was also $7.50 something. You know what I mean? Like I have the time. So I just thought Steve should know that I haven't pooped yet. Ugh. But Steve, I'll send a picture when
Please don't.
I'll send a picture when I
Steve must have been concerned because he didn't get a picture yesterday.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I was actually relieved.
He probably is concerned. He's like, well, Brad kept getting pictures of Ray's poop. And then there's nothing. Yesterday, there's nothing. By the way, I watched the new Bond movie last night.
How was it?
Terrible. I mean, it's
No.
okay. It was all right, but I just. I don't want to spoil it, but that's just not, There's a
Not
lot
on
of things.
par.
No, yeah, I would not have done Bond like that, It's James Bond. And I didn't know that they were going with that ending for James Bond. The ending sucked. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah. So I wasn't a huge fan, but I'm ready now for Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. When's that come out?
Tomorrow.
Shang-Chi's tomorrow. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna watch Shang-Chi and the
Legend of the Ten Rings.
Hellraiser, whatever the
No, Saturday after I
and the
get off.
Legend of Hellraiser. Yeah.
Saturday when I'm done seeing Ghostbusters, I'm going to bring you by some movie popcorn.
Is Ghostbusters this weekend?
That's right, it is.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was next weekend.
Or wait,
Yeah.
no, it is next weekend, isn't it? Ah, damn it.
Yeah, it's not this weekend. Ghostbusters is next weekend, right?
As
Yeah,
far
it
as
is.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting a week ahead because this has been a bad week. I just left Dallas.
You just left?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
And then I start getting text messages. Where are you at? What are you doing? I was like, I'm talking to a friend of mine that's more important than you. You can wait
So when do you have to be in Illinois by?
tomorrow. And I've got to go clear up to Sterling to deliver this. I'll probably be up there half the night there. I'm basically going to have enough time to get some sleep, get up, go to breakfast when I get home.
Look at that. I'm driving up to Sterling.
Oh, and, take a good dump and then take a picture and send it to Steve.
Yeah, so I'm gonna work out after the show.
and then I'm going to come home, eat, get a quick nap, and then do a second show this afternoon. We got to do the subscriber show.
And somewhere in there, you got to take a big dump and send the picture to Steve.
And then got football tonight.
Oh,
And Steve and I like to talk during football, don't we, Steve?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And we like to come up with my bets.
Yeah.
And I've been losing bets all week. I've been losing bets all week. I can't remember the last time I won a bet.
That's not good, brother.
Time to change.
Yeah, so tonight's going to be another. Tonight will be another big one. We'll do another
Who plays tonight?
Baltimore and Miami. Oh, it's gonna be a good game. Baltimore's gonna kick the ass.
Where at?
I think it might be in Miami.
In Miami.
Yeah.
I'll have to go with Baltimore, I think.
Yeah.
I
because-
think Baltimore's going to wipe the floor with Miami.
I think Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson is.
Yeah, I
amazing.
think Lamar Jackson's gonna be a big night.
Yeah. Gonna lead, but I hope it's a good game. I just want to watch a good. I like watching Thursday night football.
Right.
It's become my new favorite football. Is the Thursday night game, you know?
Right. There's been a lot of really close games this year. So.
Yeah. So I'm hoping we get a good one tonight. So I'll be texting you, Steve, during the game
Okay.
about all the money I'm winning from my bets.
Good.
Unless some woman hurt Steve earlier in the day, because then he won't want to talk.
His O-ring.
Well, sometimes he has discussions, and these women will make him angry.
No.
And, you know, sometimes it's a mess, you know.
Well,
They make him angry, and
Oh.
then he wants to quiet. Then he's not talkative, and then he's, you know.
so that's why you're sending him pictures of your poop, so he feels better by seeing that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
You're just trying to brighten his day.
Yeah.
The poop gives him something to talk about. Poop and football.
Exactly. Exactly.
These
That way,
women
when
get
he's
ma-
on a date, he can bring up the picture and go, "Look at what my friend Ray did."
Yeah. Oh, well. So who knows what women Steve is, you know, trolling on now. I see Christina goes, not Martha though. So is Martha now
Uh-oh.
is she out of the picture too?
Maybe.
Oh.
Wow.
How'd you blow it with her? What'd you do with her?
Have you even talked to her since the party?
Yes.
Yeah.
I talk to her every day.
Oh, Irene says Martha was in the chat room earlier. Did I miss her? Oh.
Might have.
Did she talk to you, Steve?
Yes.
Oh. So you haven't blown that one yet.
Nope.
All right.
Not yet.
Oh.
Should we start laying wagers?
Hey Martha, she's there. She's there.
See,
Oh,
the
that's
plus
Steve
thing
Hart.
with Martha is that she leaves this weekend for Florida until after the first of the year. So I really can't screw this one up.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yes, you can. I have faith in you.
Well, you can watch-
It's possible. You apply yourself enough, you will.
yeah, you can offer to watch. Does she have internet at her house? You could offer to watch her house when she's gone.
And when she gets back and sees how dirty the house is,
It's so dirty.
done.
By the way, did you go to your foot doctor?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
dirty?
That was the other day.
How dirty is that foot?
It's dirty. I told you. At least 2 more weeks on the sucker.
Oh, dirty.
There's
At
still,
least.
there's still infection in that foot. How is it even
Yeah.
possible to still have infection in it?
I don't know, but he's what he says.
They released him from the sterile environment and put him back in that dirty apartment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this apartment is so clean. I don't do anything because I'm afraid to get dirty.
Huh.
But you're in that dirty chair.
The chair's not dirty; it's clean.
All I know is that foot's still infected.
No
I'll tell you
duct tape.
You know, I got to tell you, my ankle, right when it turned cold,
Started hurting like hell, huh?
yeah, right when it turned cold, my ankle that I broke when I was in high school, when I was like a sophomore in high school, I was playing basketball and I broke one ankle and twisted the other one on the same play. And my foot started hurting. My ankle was hurting in the same area where I broke that ankle. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called
That's-
arthritis.
Okay, but that's right when it first started getting cold. Like out of nowhere, it was hurting. I was like, what the? So already my knees hurt. Now out of nowhere, my ankle is hurting.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You've been visited by your old friend Arthur.
Wonder if anybody else has any injuries that started hurting when it turned cold. Like, Steve, how's your ass feeling? Is it starting to hurt now that it turned cold?
Nope.
Oh,
I broke my ass before.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it just sucks. Yeah, so my knee pain is so intense, and literally, I can't fall asleep at night till 2:00 in the morning.
oh, dude,
Me
that's
neither.
I'm literally up with knee pain, unable to sleep. I'm telling you, I know why alcoholics and stuff drink and why there's so much trouble with alcoholism.
And to drink till they pass out.
Yeah, because people they can't go to sleep
Yep.
because pain or whatever is keeping them awake, and so they start drinking.
Yep.
And I was thinking last night, now I know why they do this. Oh well. Yeah. It just sucks. Just sucks.
Yes, it does.
There's no reason my knees should hurt when I'm sitting down, right? They shouldn't hurt.
oh, they shouldn't.
Just sucks.
Fucking Jason.
Oh well. All right. Well, here's what we found out today. We found out how good a soldier Steve and I would have been
Yep, if they just given me a chance.
if they'd have let us. Yeah, if they'd have let us in.
It,
Yep.
instead of being so discriminatory.
Yeah. They were discriminated against. They didn't want fat people in the service. But they cost themselves so many enemy kills by not having us in.
Yeah.
Not about
Okay.
that.
So many kills. Oh, it just frustrates me when I think of how many Taliban are still alive.
I mean, all the money they would have saved.
Saved how?
We might because we might have won the Afghanistan war if Steve and I were there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We would have won every war. So
Yeah. Like there certainly wouldn't be, us leaving.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying if Steve and I would have been there.
Yep.
Oh well. But thank you to all of our veterans. Happy Veterans Day.
Yes.
Thank you to all. What you did was so special. And thank you. But let's wrap it up. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll come back tonight for a
Tonight.
subscriber show. Yeah. Subscriber show tonight. By the way, our show is brought to you by our friends at Just Beds. Just Beds, the Yawn Exterminators. Over on Montvale. Stop on by and take advantage of their great sales for the Thanksgiving. Or
I
happy
might get me a new mattress for the truck.
or happy Bedsgiving. They have some great prices. You can go in there and get great prices right now. If you need a single or even a fool or even a
No,
king,
I like a queen.
you need a queen.
Yeah.
Latifah?
I, do you need a Latifah? I wonder if they have a mattress called a Latifah.
Oh.
They should. If they don't, they should. Somebody's missing Somebody's missing a marketing
Yeah.
opportunity there. Should call it the Latifah. Oh, that's great.
I want to say something real quick. A thank you to Derek at Recon for hooking me up with the products. Worked great on my car,
Oh, look at that.
from my mom's car. Derek hooked me up with some product that they had and took the scratches out. Great job.
Look at that.
We know there's no help in that dirty truck.
No, it's
see
on my
that.
mom's car.
Of course, Recon Text 670-1132. Recon Text, guys. Call right now
Yeah, they're busy.
and get your detail scheduled or your coding schedule. Get it scheduled now. Try to get it done before. Everybody's trying to get all their stuff done before Christmas. Get your car or truck or whatever your vehicle is taken care of before Christmas. Call Recon Text over at the corner of 8th and Black. Recon Text 670-1132.
They can
So
even
thank-
clean a fart out of a car.
Thank you to our sponsors. You guys are the best. I want to thank everybody for listening today to this morning show and invite you to come back this afternoon if you are a subscriber. I invite you to come back because we will be here.
Well, tier 3 or higher.
Yeah. If
Well,
you
that
are
was
a
your
tier
first
3, if you are tier 3, come back and join us this afternoon. For another great show. And more of our stories when we had Steve dressed as prostitutes.
Offering up his ass.
When we had
I'm
Steve
offering
dressed
you
as a
my
prostitute to try to fool the soldiers of Kosovo.
Well, just put your penis in the hole.
We've got it. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you this afternoon. So long, everybody, from the Morning Disaster.
Titties.